Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Chicken Insights podcast. I'm Tina, and I'm joined by Courtney.
Hi, everyone.
Today, we're talking about something that catches a lot of backyard flock owners off guard every year, the late summer molt.
If you've noticed feathers everywhere and your hens suddenly aren't laying like they used to, don't panic.
Today, we'll explain what's happening, when it's completely normal, and when it might be something that needs a closer look. Let's get started.
Yeah, molting can definitely surprise people the first time that they see it. Once you understand why it's happening, it makes a whole lot more sense.
What exactly is a molt, Courtney, and why do hens often stop laying eggs during this time?
Thanks, Tina. So a molt is basically your hen replacing their old feathers and getting the brand new shiny set. Growing feathers takes a surprising amount of energy, actually, so the body naturally puts egg production on hold while it focuses on renewing those feathers. A molt is basically your hen replacing their old feathers with their shiny brand new ones. Growing feathers takes a surprisingly amount of energy, so the body naturally puts egg production on hold while it focuses on renewing those feathers. So I just want to reassure you guys that pause in laying is normal during this season. So they will be mostly focused on growing those new feathers. They redirect nutrients away from egg production. So all of the nutrients is directed towards those new beautiful shiny feathers. Feather growth requires a lot of significant energy, and naturally the body is doing that as they go through that molt.
Exactly. It can seem alarming if you aren't expecting it, but for many flocks, it's simply part of the yearly cycle.
For sure. So, Tina, how can someone tell the difference between a normal molt and a bird that's actually sick?
Yeah, so a normal molt, you're going to see like gradual feather loss starting around the neck, the back, the tail. If they're sick, you're going to see feathers maybe puffy, like puffed up, and not necessarily falling out normally or kind of consistently. You'll also see in a molt new pin feathers. Little quill-like feathers begin growing in. That's definitely a sign it's a molt versus a sick bird where they'll just lose feathers and get kind of bald patches. They're going to eat or drink normally. So if your chickens are losing feathers, but they're really not doing well in the eating, drinking category, they're probably sick. They will be alert and interested in their surroundings because that kind of instinctively makes them weak. So they're going to be more aware of their surroundings, and their comb can even become paler. And of course, as Courtney, as you mentioned, the egg production generally stops. It's going to slow significantly or stop. And that's because the energy that it takes to regrow these feathers is going to take over versus laying of eggs. So yeah, everything will be normal in terms of droppings and weight and eating and drinking and all of that. If things aren't normal in those categories, then it's more likely a sick bird versus a molt. And the biggest thing I tell people is to look at the whole bird, not just the areas of missing feathers.
Yeah, and so a messy looking hen isn't necessarily an unhealthy one. It's totally normal during this time. It's always worth paying attention to changes in behavior along with the appearance.
Absolutely, yeah. And before we continue, here's a quick message from Valley Hatchery.
Hey, this is Courtney, Customer Support Manager here at Valley Hatchery. Quick reminder before we keep going. The moment your chicks arrive, get them into a pre-warmed brooder, then call us right away. Do not wait until the next morning. That first 24 hours is the window that matters most. Weak chicks, lethargy, anything that does not look right. We need to hear from you immediately. Our number is 1-800-652-7606. If we are assisting other customers, please leave a voicemail and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Valley Hatchery has been shipping NPIP certified day-old chicks since 2009. Our team has walked thousands of customers through their first delivery. We know exactly what your birds have been through to reach you, and we know how to help. Phone lines closed? Email us. Your message will not sit until Monday. We monitor email every single day, weekends included, anytime. Here is what every first-time mail order buyer needs to understand. Mail order chicks are not the same as locally hatched birds. They have traveled. They are tired. Getting that first 24 hours right takes expert guidance, and that is exactly what we are here to give you. And before delivery day, make sure you have downloaded our free chick care guide at valleyhatchery.com. It walks you through everything from day 1 to week 6, so nothing catches you off guard. Our support does not end at checkout. We are with you until your flock is fully grown and thriving. Because at Valley Hatchery, we believe that getting your chicks is just the beginning.
All right, Tina, let's jump back into today's discussion.
And Courtney, what is the best way to support hens while they're going through the molt?
So supporting a molting flock isn't usually about doing something dramatic. It's mostly about providing consistent care while the birds do all the work. So their body's going to do it naturally. Maintaining consistent access to fresh water. Fresh water is always important. Providing a balanced diet appropriate for your flock. Reducing any unnecessary stress during feather growth. Make sure they're happy, being healthy, keeping housing clean and comfortable. You want to make sure they're clean, they're comfortable, they're happy, they're stress-free. They're just doing everything we can to support them as they grow in their pretty new feathers. Allowing birds time to recover naturally without expecting immediate egg production. So once they start getting their feathers back, give them time. It's going to take a little bit time to get them going and back on the laying like they used to. So just give them time and be patient with your flock.
Absolutely. And sometimes the best thing we can do is stay patient, keep their routine as steady as possible. And this is actually a good time to check your surroundings, check for areas where predators can get in, see if anything's been amiss, because these birds, like we had mentioned, are more alert during these times, and they don't need the added stress of a possible predator trying to get in or getting in.
Yes, for sure.
All right. If you're still wondering whether what you're seeing is a normal molt or something that deserves a closer look, we also have a related blog on the Valley Hatchery website that goes into more detail. We'll include it in the episode description if you'd like to learn more.
Thank you, Tina. That sounds perfect. So, Tina, we've talked about what flock owners should do during a molt. What are some things they should avoid?
Well, I think the biggest thing, and it's something you did touch on already, is don't put so much pressure on your hens for laying. Some people will decide to put artificial light or something in there to kind of help them, but really we prefer to let them have that rest that Mother Nature needs them, that they need to have.
Naturally molt.
Yeah. Let them just do it the way they need to do it. You don't want pressure when you're going through things. Don't handle them a lot. Let them kind of do their thing. It's a time where they just need to be left alone. Now, of course, that doesn't mean don't communicate, don't talk to them, but just if you're constantly picking your birds up, maybe just leave them be for a little bit. And then you had also touched on feeding them an appropriate diet. You don't want to go low protein during this time. They do need that to help regrow these feathers. You don't want to overdo it on treats either. They need a good balanced diet during this time. Unnecessary stress, like you mentioned, and we can go again into the predator thing. That's one of the biggest stressors, but also in summertime, like we're having at this time, if it's super hot out, make sure you're changing water regularly. That's so important for them to have nice, fresh, cool water when it's summertime and they're molting, because they really need that. Don't bathe them. Don't get them wet and try and clean them. Let them do this naturally. And Courtney, what should flock owners expect once the molt is finished?
One of the best parts. One of the best parts is seeing those fresh set of feathers coming in. It's a sign your hens have made it through the process. Hens are going to regain their normal appearance. Egg production is going to return over time rather than overnight. Every bird may recover at a slightly different pace. So like you say, be patient, give them time, let nature do its work. Continue monitoring your overall flock like you do. Make sure everything health as seasons change, that their health is still in good standing. And that's the biggest thing for molt. So just basically supporting your girl as she goes through a naturally molting process. Patience really pays off. Before long, many flocks settle back into their own little routines. We hope today's episode helps take some of the mystery out of late summer molting. If you're seeing feathers around the coop and fewer eggs in the basket, take a little time to observe your flock before assuming something is wrong. Understanding what's normal helps you make better decisions and gives your birds the support they need.
Yeah, and if there's any topic you'd like us to cover on a future episode, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, just leave us a question using the fan mail feature on Buzzsprout. We read your questions and they help shape future conversations here on the Chicken Support Podcast.
If you found today's episode helpful, be sure to follow the podcast so you never miss a new episode.
And we want to thank you for listening. Until next time, happy flock keeping. Bye for now.
Bye.